So, what a game the Patriots had on Thursday night. And you're probably wondering what I'm wearing. I'm getting some use out of that poncho I bought when it was pouring rain, but the minute I opened it up and put it on, the rain stopped and then didn't show back up again, which was really nice. So, it was a balmy 65 degrees. I overheated and had to take my coat off, and there I was on an October night in Gillette Stadium with just my jersey and my shirt and my skirt on. So it was a really great day weather-wise for football. I mean, it was a little humid, and you could tell that the defense was pretty gassed, especially toward the end there, but that's because they spent 40 minutes on the field. The Jets controlled the pace of the game. They had the ball for 40 minutes. They ran for over 200 yards, and they still lost and became the first team in history to have the ball 40 minutes, rush for over 200 yards, no turnovers, and lose the game. But in football math, 7 beats 3 every time. Tom Brady had a pretty good day with 3 touchdowns and no turnovers. Danny Amendola had himself a day when he was averaging 26 yards on kick returns, and then he caught that sick 19-yard touchdown. I honestly, I was recording that part of the game, and then they got the penalty and had to move back from the 9-yard line to the 19-yard line, and it was 3rd and 19, and I was like, okay, no way they're going to convert this or get a touchdown. It's going to end up in a field goal. So I put my phone up, and wouldn't you know, at the very next play, Tom Brady throws a ridiculous ball to Danny Amendola, who made a ridiculous adjustment in the air to catch that thing. And I was really happy to see him. And he came up with the onside kick recovery. And our defense just, they didn't do super hot. They allowed 200 rushing yards. They were able to convert most of their third downs. We didn't even see the punter until like the last minute of the third quarter. So the defense really needs to tighten it up a little. And I think once we get Silver Salinga back, and we have Silver Salinga and Casey Walker, the new guy who has, I'm really actually really pretty impressed with him. He's got some pretty good push when he gets on his first step. So I think with him and with Silver Salinga back and with Vince Wilfork, we'll have a pretty large front three. They have Chris Jones in there right now, and he's more of a finesse defensive tackle, pass rusher. But I was actually really happy for him because here we are, the last 8 seconds of the game, and the Jets are kicking a 58-yard field goal. And I was like, ugh, I can't believe we came all this way, paid all that money to watch the Patriots lose in the final 8 seconds of the game by 1 point. And we all remember what happened last year when Chris Jones got called on a penalty that has never been called before or since, and basically the refs gave the Jets that game. So he was able to block this field goal punt. I turned to my friend, I was like, I can't believe we're going to watch him lose. And then I turned back around and I see the ball going doo, 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 away from the field goal, the uprights. I was super excited, jumped up and down and screamed a little bit. But congratulations to Chris Jones, a little redemption after that whole referee debacle. And I don't know if you guys noticed that little incident with that when that guy pushed Tom Brady out of bounds, and I'm kind of surprised they didn't call a flag for that, because they call flags for any unnecessary roughness towards the passer, roughing the passer. And Jordan Devy didn't like what he saw, little Logan Mankins-esque, and he went over there and he defended the franchise. And so even though we got a 15-yard penalty on that, I was really proud of him for sticking up for his teammate and Tom Brady. And I don't know what was up with the play calling at that game. We had the ball with 2 minutes left. We were only up by 2 points, and they decided to run it, and not even, they couldn't run all night. They had a really bad run blocking on the offensive line, and so then they decided to run it and turn the ball back to the Jets with like a minute 8 left in the game. And I was just like, oh my word. I didn't think that they should be relying on their defense the way we saw their defense play. It just wasn't spectacular or anything great. And the only reason why the Jets weren't able to score that 2 point conversion and tie up the game was because instead of running the ball like they had been doing so well, they decided to throw it to the rookie Jace Amaro, who has like bricks for hands, and he just dropped it, and it was fantastic. But I had a great time at the game. It was really fun to see that blocked field goal and wear my super hot poncho. And don't forget to subscribe to my page, guys. Toodles!